This is Pastor David's Daily Bread Guide message. Today's chapter is Deuteronomy 29. The covenant in Moab. Remove the complacency in your life of faith. Can be divided into three, verse 1 to 9, the miracle of Exodus and grace in the wilderness. Verse 10 to 17, God is making a covenant with you now. 18 to 29, curses from the disobedience to the covenant. So the covenant in Moab is different from the covenant in the mountain Sinai. Verse 1, these are the terms of the covenant the Lord commanded Moses to make with the Israelites in Moab, in addition to the covenant he had made with them at Horeb. The characteristic of the covenant in Moab is that God already knew that the Israelites fail in obeying to the covenant. However, he even decided to change the heart of the Israelites and restore them. And he will gather them again and also restore them. This is the characteristic of the covenant of Moab, which is different from the covenant in the mountain Sinai. Verse 4 to 5. But to this day the Lord has not given you a mind that understands, your eyes that see, or ears that hear. Yet the Lord says, during the 40 years that I led you through the wilderness, your clothes did not wear out, nor did the sandals on your feet. And he continues, verse 9, carefully follow the terms of this covenant so that you may prosper in everything you do. So he made a covenant and commanded the Israelites to follow the terms of the covenant for their blessing, for their prosperity. In part 2, verse 10 to 17, God is making a covenant with them, with everyone, especially verse 10 to 11. All of you are standing today in the presence of the Lord your God, your leaders and chief men, your elders and officials, and all the other men of Israel, together with your children and your wives, and the foreigners living in your camps who chop your wood and carry your water. So verse 12, you are standing here in order to enter into a covenant with the Lord your God. A covenant the Lord is making with you this day and sealing with an oath. So God is making the covenant with everyone. Part 3, verse 18 to 29, curses from the disobedience to the covenant. Verse 18, make sure there is no man or woman, clan or tribe among you today whose heart turns away from the Lord our God to go and worship the gods of those nations. Make sure there is no root among you that produces such bitter poison. So such bitter poison, this is being mean, and those who are mean, they are complacent, and this complacency will bring them taking the covenant easy. It continues, verse 20, the Lord will never be willing to forgive them. His wrath and zeal will burn against them. All the curses written in this book will fall on them, and the Lord will blot out their names from under heaven. So those who are complacent will have the curses. And verse 23, it says, the whole land will be a burning waste of salt and sulfur, nothing planted, nothing sprouting, no vegetation growing on it. So those who live according to their own mind and who has the complacency in their heart, I don't care about the covenant, and it would be okay even though I do not follow the covenant. They have such complacency in their heart, and they will have a crisis. And verse 29, in furious anger and in great wrath, the Lord uprooted them from their land and thrust them into another land, as it is now. So what's the summary of today's chapter? God has called us in His grace, and those who believe in God, He made a covenant with them. But if we have the complacency in our heart towards the covenant and we take it easy, then we will have the curses. So God has made a new covenant with us to restore us and to give us the prosperity, to bless us. So I bless you to revere the Lord and take the covenant with reverence. And those days I'm obsessed with the word to touch the heart of the Lord, to impress God with all we have. So I bless you to impress God and also revere the Lord and take the covenant seriously to enjoy the blessing from it. God bless you.